Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the movie name is The Conjuring Last Rites. The film starts in 1964. Inside a tea shop, we see Lorraine and her husband Ed, who were called there by a girl because her dad said there were some evil powers in the shop. The girl didn't believe it, but one day, without any reason, her dad took his life by hanging. And from that day on, the evil powers started to scare her. That's why she called Lorraine there. Lorraine went inside, saw a mirror, and sensed that there were some evil energies with a trapped soul in it. Lorraine touched the mirror and started to have strange visions, as if those evil powers wanted to get to pregnant Lorraine's baby. She got scared. Suddenly, a storm and rain started outside as well. Lorraine also started to have pain in her stomach at this time and was admitted to the hospital in this condition. There, Lorraine gave birth to a daughter, but she was dead. As soon as the baby was born, a lot paranormal happened in the hospital, like lights flickering and turning off, and things breaking with a strong storm, which scared the doctors too. At this time, Lorraine sensed the same evil energy that was in the mirror. That means whatever was happening here was caused by that energy. Crying, Lorraine prayed to God to save her daughter, and surprisingly, after 1 minute, the baby came back to life. Now, given the condition in which this girl was born, it wasn't possible for her to be a normal human being. From her childhood, just like her mom, she started seeing evil things that used to scare her. Lorraine, who wanted to keep her daughter's life normal, would explain to her that these things were nothing more than a figment of her imagination, and she taught her some magical spells that kept those things away from Judy. Ever since Judy was born, Lorraine hadn't looked at that mirror case because its evil energy wanted to harm Lorraine's daughter, and Lorraine wanted to keep her daughter away from all of this. Although Lorraine and Ed themselves solved thousands of paranormal cases throughout their lives, they always kept Judy away from them. Anyway, now in the movie, about 22 years pass. We see John's family, which consisted of 9 people, and they had just moved to a new house today. John brings an antique mirror as a gift for his daughter, which was the same evil mirror we saw at the start of the movie. As soon as they arrived, the evil energy of the mirror began to show itself. When they were getting ready to cut the cake together, the candles suddenly blew out, and just at that moment, the ceiling collapsed on them, causing John's daughter to be quite injured. At this time, the scene cuts, and we are told that this is based on a true story, and this was the most dangerous paranormal case of Lorraine and Ed's lives, which also affected their lives. Anyway, the movie continues and we see Lorraine at her house having dinner with her family. Suddenly, she sees a hand of an evil energy on her daughter Judy's shoulder, which Judy herself could also see. Lorraine gestures to her to relax and indicates to her to say the same spell she used to use to ward off evil energies, and she starts wearing it herself too. The hand does disappear, but today, for the first time, Lorraine was scared by all of this because she sensed that it was the same powerful energy that had appeared before her when Judy was born. Now the scene cuts and we are shown the same house again, where the mirror had gone. Here, a doll starts flying in the air, making noises, and all this happens before John's daughter's eyes. In this same house, we also see Janet, who was John's son's wife. She also feels someone's presence behind her while she's washing clothes. After this, we see Janet in the kitchen. She was talking to someone on the phone when someone starts pulling the phone line from behind. She thought the children must be doing it, but there were no children there. And after realizing this, Janet got very scared. It is shown that John's daughter, who had seen the doll flying in the air, also sees an old ghost behind the same doll. The children were so scared that at night, when John, his dad, and her brother came home, she told them all these things. Not everyone believed her, but Janet was convinced that something was wrong in this house because strange things had been happening to her as well since the morning. Meanwhile, we see Heather, on whom the ceiling had fallen first, telling her sister that she doesn't have a good feeling about this mirror, especially the faces on it that scare her a lot. Although her sister teases her after hearing this, she then helps Heather, and they take the mirror out of the house to throw it away. The next morning, it is shown that the municipal workers are taking the mirror away, and as soon as the mirror falls into the municipal truck, it breaks, and at the same time, On the other side, John's daughter starts vomiting blood, and the broken pieces of the mirror that broke in the truck start coming out of her mouth. Seeing the girl's condition, they took her to the doctor. But now everyone believed that there was something wrong in this house. The scene cuts and we see Ed, Lorraine's husband, at the doctor's, where the doctor tells him that his heart is not in good condition and can't handle another heart attack, so he needs to take good care of himself and stop what he's doing. After all this, Ed comes home, and his daughter Judy tells him that she has invited a friend to her birthday party whom she wants to marry. The next day at the birthday party, we see Judy's friend Tony. During the party, Ed takes all the guests to show them his museum, where they had trapped evil energies inside the artifacts. All the guests go with Ed to see his museum, but Tony doesn't because he was quite scared. He comes to Judy's room, and as soon as Judy enters the room, she sees Annabelle doll on a rocking chair, which she was always very scared of. Since Tony was with her this time, she quickly controlled herself and got out of Annabelle's thoughts. Just then, Lorraine arrives and tells Tony that Ed is waiting for him in the playroom. And after that, she asks Judy what's been going on with her lately and why she's been so scared. Judy tells her, "Mom, I don't know what's happening." And then Lorraine tells her, "I know that you are a medium. You can sense these things, but remember one thing. Never get involved in these things, because these very things have ruined my life too." Anyway, in a little while, Tony talks to Lorraine about Judy and their marriage, and also proposes to Judy here. Meanwhile, we see that the church father had also come to talk to Lorraine and Ed about a family who was very troubled, and they were actually talking about John's family, in whose house very scary things had been happening lately. He requests Lorraine and Ed to help the family, and Ed agrees, but Lorraine refuses because she wanted to focus on her daughter's wedding right now. Now the scene cuts, and we see the scene from the same house again, where everyone is very troubled. John and his son also seem very troubled when they came home. John's daughter, who had glass come out of her mouth, was so scared that she started fighting with John to get them all out of the house and into a hotel. But John and his son didn't have that much money for everyone to stay in a hotel, so they were forced to stay in this house, and they all went to sleep. Just as midnight passes, John's son's condition starts to worsen. We see him up from bed at midnight. He was hanging in the air, and some evil energy started choking him, which made his health deteriorate badly. In the morning, we see John's daughter. On the very first day, the ceiling collapsed on her. She was watching a video that day and suddenly got scared because she saw an entity standing next to her in the video that blew out the candles then. Now, because the girl had seen the same entity in the video, the entity suddenly appeared in front of her. It was a tall man with long hair, and he was angrily moving towards her with an axe to kill her. And here the girl screams loudly, and her screams wake up the whole family. Since such a scary scene happened, with two people in the house at the same time, everyone was scared. So in the morning, Janet and her husband Jack call the media and present their problems to them. Their story quickly becomes famous about how an evil energy is tormenting a family. It is shown that Lorraine was at a boutique to get Judy's wedding dress at this time. The designer was Lorraine's friend. She was also listening to Janet's interview on the news channel at the same time. But she turned off the news channel when Lorraine arrived because she didn't want to lose a customer. When Judy was in the changing room to check her dress, someone knocked on the changing room. Judy thought it might be her mom. As soon as she opened the door, she saw the ghost of the same old lady that we had previously seen at Janet's house. The ghost immediately grabbed Judy's throat, and Jody was about to die. But just then, Judy started speaking her magical spells, which made the ghost disappear from there. Judy breathed a sigh of relief and was even more scared when she looked in the mirror because she was watching her own reflection choking her. Now Lorraine, who had come to check Jody's dress, also saw everything and got scared. Now we are shown the same family again, where John's wife had become very ill and was having a heart attack. Her condition worsened so much that she was taken to the hospital. And just then, we are shown that Lorraine's very close friend, the priest in the church, had come here to help their family without informing them. He went to the basement, and while chanting some spells to ward off the evil energy, as soon as he poured holy water into the basement, all the holy water evaporated instantly. The water evaporated as steam at the time, And the father saw something in this steam, which also scared him. He promised the family to return and immediately went to meet Ed. Ed's family was not at home at this time, so he decided to wait. As soon as he sat down, his nose started bleeding, and the phone here also started ringing. He picked up the phone, and on the other side, a scary voice told him that his work was finished and that he could leave now. As soon as he said that, the call ended, and the doors and lights in this room turned off instantly. The entire room became dark, and we see that the doorknob of this room was also inverted, which was a sign that an evil energy had taken over the place. The father had seen this demon coming in. He picked up a crucifix to defend himself, but even his crucifix caught fire. Due to the crucifix burning, the father was scared for a minute. This momentary fear was enough for the evil energy to possess him too, and he strangles himself with a wire here and kills himself. Lorraine and Ed were also very sad and shocked at his death. When Judy touches the father's grave at the funeral, she sees a strange vision. She asks the people at the church where the father had been before the death, and the church people tell her about John's family. In the next scene, Lorraine is shown at home. As she was washing dishes, she saw a strange, terrifying vision. She saw that Judy's locket was dropped in the water, and instead of her picture, there was blood in the locket, and suddenly the entire kitchen was filled with blood. Lorraine was very scared by this vision, and Ed comforted her. Lorraine was badly shaken because she knew the meaning of her vision, that her daughter Judy's life was in danger. Just then, Judy's fiancé arrives and tells them both that Judy has gone to John's house, where there are evil energies. Lorraine tells Ed that they will not take any case. They will only go to bring Judy back. But when they got there, they saw that Jack and Janet were already waiting for them. They were very happy to see them and said that finally an expert had come to help them. They said that they had gone to the media for help, but people started making strange rumors against them, as if they were doing this as a drama. After hearing all these things, Lorraine still wanted to leave. She wanted to stick to her decision. But Judy stops her and says, "You have helped thousands of people, so why shouldn't we help this family?" She says, "Look, the secret to the father's death is hidden in their house, and I also want you both to help them." This way, Lorraine and Ed agree to help them. Ed now gets his necessary things brought here and starts interviewing the family by turning on his recorder to find out what happened to them. Lorraine tries to feel something by touching things here, and Judy takes all the children to a room so that they don't get scared by all these things. Lorraine checks the house and goes upstairs, where she sees a doll behind Judy. She sensed that the doll was moving, but before she could take the doll, a girl comes and takes the doll away. Now Lorraine goes into a room where she feels a hand moving under the sheet and understands that the evil energy must be here. She was coming downstairs and we saw 3 strange holes in the door through which one could see through. Seeing these holes, Lorraine understands the whole story and goes to Ed to tell him that there are actually 3 souls in this house: a lady, her daughter, and her husband. Lorraine tells Ed that the husband who lived in this house was very cruel. He used to torture his wife, and she was the one who earned for the family. To get out of all this, the man's wife becomes friends with someone else, and as soon as the man finds out about this, he kills his wife and daughter mercilessly with an axe in a fit of rage, after which he also takes his own life. This long-haired man was the ghost we had previously seen in front of John's daughter. Hearing this, Ed says, "These are just simple souls. There is nothing to be afraid of. We have put many souls to rest and confined them before, so this will not be difficult for us." Then Lorraine says, "The story is not that simple. These 3 ghosts are just puppets here, and there is another powerful evil energy that is making them do these evil or upside-down things." Lorraine says that I can't see it, and that is the most difficult and tension-inducing thing. Ed now questions her that if there is an evil energy here, then why hasn't it possessed any person in this house? Ed says, "Look, in all the cases we have solved before, the evil energy had possessed someone or the other. What is so new in this case that it hasn't possessed anyone?" The scene cuts and we are shown that Judy hears her mother's voice from upstairs. Following the voice, she also comes up to the attic, where we are shown the same mirror from the start of the movie, which contained the evil energy. And we also came to know from Lorraine's vision at the start of the movie that the evil energy wanted Lorraine's daughter, that is, Judy. And finally, the mystery is solved, and it is revealed that the evil energy had not possessed anyone here because it only wanted to scare and threaten them to bring Lorraine and Judy here so that it could meet Judy. Here, Judy touches the mirror, and a strange stir occurs in the room. Miss Me is written with a chalk here. Miss Me was always written by Annabelle Dolls, and Miss Me was written here with Annabelle Dolls because Judy was very scared of Annabelle Dolls. That's why the evil energy had taken advantage of Judy's fear. When Judy, scared, went to another room, the Annabelle doll that was lying there suddenly became very big. Judy got scared again and was about to leave the room and come downstairs when someone pushed her down the stairs. Hearing the sound of Judy's fall, everyone comes here, and Judy tells Lorraine, "Mom, there is something in the attic." As soon as Lorraine comes up, she gets very scared by looking at the mirror because the thing she had been running away from her whole life and protecting her daughter from was now behind them. As soon as she touches the mirror, she gets even more scared because the mirror was giving her a more dangerous sense than before. Finally, they all tell everyone the story of this mirror, that they had found it at the very start of their career. Lorraine was very scared by the vision she had seen that day, and because her daughter had also come out of the mouth of death, they were scared of this mirror and did not solve the case. What happened to the girl who asked them for help? They never even tried to find out because the real evil was in that mirror. Then they decide to take the mirror to their museum, where they have kept many other such things before. They start preparing to take the mirror out of here, while on the other side, the dog also starts barking a lot. They tie a sheet over the mirror and put many belts on it so that the sheet does not come off the mirror and they cannot see in the mirror. They do lift the mirror, but suddenly it becomes very heavy. Ed knew that the devil was doing all this because he did not want the mirror to be taken out of the house. Here, Tony, whose job was to start the car, could not start the car either. And on the other side, Judy's condition was also deteriorating. While here we are shown that the belts on the mirror also start to open, and suddenly the cloth comes off it, and Jack also gets to see inside it. As soon as he looks in the mirror, the evil energy overwhelms him and throws him on the stairs. Ed cannot handle the mirror alone, and the mirror falls down. Here it is shown that Tony somehow starts the car and brings it in front of their house when the ghost of the old lady appears in front of his car, due to which his car narrowly avoids an accident. Hearing all the noise, Lorraine comes out and feels something strange as well. She immediately goes to check on Judy, and as soon as Lorraine arrives, the evil energy says to them, "Come, Lorraine, come. We have been waiting for you and Jody for a long time. Judy is ours, and we will take Judy." Before Lorraine could do anything, Judy, in a frenzy, pushes Lorraine, and Lorraine falls into the basement. Lorraine faints from all this, and the dog, seeing all this, barks a lot, so Judy also picks him up in the air and throws him far away. Just in time, Ed also arrives here and tries to handle Judy after seeing her condition and explains to her, "Judy, come to your senses. You have the power to fight this evil." Here, Judy doesn't come to her senses. Instead, the evil attacks Ed as well and somehow twists his heart, due to which Ed's condition also deteriorates and he gets another heart attack. When he was trying to take his medicine also falls down from his pocket. Tony, who wanted to come inside the house from outside, finds that all the doors of the house are locked, and now he chooses the basement to enter the house, where we had previously seen Lorraine and the axe-wielding ghost with her, who was about to kill her, but Tony came and saved her just in time. And at this time, we were also shown the ghost of the ghost's wife, who had helped Tony to open the basement door and come into the house. Now Tony takes Lorraine upstairs while we see that Ed has also got his medicine and taken it, and his condition has also improved. All these people are now ready to fight that evil entity. They knew that the evil entity was only after Judy. Ed and Lorraine send the whole family living here out of the house and now start their mission to save their daughter Judy. It is shown that the evil entity had hung Judy in the air. As soon as these people come there, the entity throws Judy down and Judy's breath stops. They give Judy CPR, and at the same time Ed's condition also starts to deteriorate. At this time, Lorraine sees the evil entity's hand on her shoulder, but she does not panic. Instead, she starts chanting some spells, due to which the evil's control over Judy and Ed temporarily ends. That evil entity had left the two of them, but now caught Tony. Here, the mirror suddenly gets up and starts spinning rapidly in the room and falls on Tony. Seeing all this, Ed quickly starts the exorcism and picks up his Bible and starts reading it. Seeing the exorcism happening, the evil entity gets so angry that it sets Ed's Bible on fire, and Ed's hand also starts burning. It even silences Ed with its power, but Ed does not give up so easily. He brings himself back to his senses and starts reading the Bible verses again. Mustering courage, Ed now puts the same Bible on the mirror, due to which the evil entity rises even more. To save itself from this pain, it wanted to get them all out of this room, but everyone stayed put here. Judy and Lorraine both understood that their magical spell would not work now. Now they needed to show their inner powers, so they both put their hands on the mirror along with the Bible and start reading something. This way, the evil gets trapped inside the mirror, and their life becomes normal. Judy, Lorraine, and John's whole family are saved from this evil entity this way. At the end of the movie, we are shown Tony and Judy's wedding. Sometime later, Lorraine tells Ed that she has seen her future visions, where they have become grandparents and their life has become completely easy. They are also giving interviews about their cases, and now everyone will believe their stories. According to Lorraine's vision, this is exactly what happened. Years later, people started to believe their stories. We were also shown footage of many of their cases, and with that, the movie ends here. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the supernatural, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling stories.